Hi, 8th graders. I wanted to show you how you could show a few things on our Chapter 1 assessment. Obviously, we have been learning about square roots, so if we had like the square root of 36, I want to show you that you could take that number and then draw in the square root. If we had something like, if you wanted to show x equaled the square root of 36, I usually leave a space or two here so I have enough room to draw in the square root. It's okay if it's not perfect. You could also write, again, I'm using the paintbrush. You could write x equals 36. I don't have a touch screen, so it's not as pretty. And I forgot to leave space for the square root, but that's how it would work. I want to remind you, if you had a cube root, you could do something like 36 cubed. Or you could type in 36 and then write the cube root. We also had repeating decimals. So if you wanted to represent a repeating decimal, you could do, say it's 21 hundredths repeating, you could type that out and then draw in the repeating sign since there's not a symbol for that. If you want to show a fraction, you could write like 3/4. Again, if you have a touch screen, it's way easier to write on, but you could also type 3 and you could add another text box with 4 and you could just draw in this fraction. If you use the select button, then we can move the 4. Again, if you wanted to write your answers on a piece of paper to the assessment and then submit pictures of all of the questions in your work, that is also okay, but just be careful that you don't miss any questions and that your work is very legible and readable. I'm trying to think of anything else that would be on the assessment. Let me review quick. If you want to type out a long answer, I really would encourage you to use a text box unless you are really good at writing words on the screen. I also want to show you, if you were doing something like 5/10 and you wanted to simplify this and reduce it, you can show the division sign by drawing that in as well to make that 1/5. 1/2, sorry, when we divide by 5. We do have some equations, and you could also insert the division sign here, and then we could show that as well. You might be able to make this bigger as well. There we go. So that is another tool you could use. If you wanted to show an exponent, you could also draw that, or you could use a text box to show maybe 4 and then draw in the exponent of squared if we needed to use that. Again, if you're showing your work to divide, if we're doing 3 divided by 4, remember top dog in the house, 4 out front, and then you can show your work as you go. Just like that. Also, for the equation, it does have a less than or greater than sign, so that could also be good to use in the equal sign when you are comparing numbers. Otherwise, the only other thing you might encounter is pi, which you can enter that symbol as well if they have it, or you can draw it in with the paintbrush. Pi. All right, thank you for watching. Please show